Depending on the jobs you're targeting and how much extra space you have once you've laid in the essentials, you might want to add another resume section or more to further validate your skills, emphasize your leadership, or even offer up hints on what you're all about in person. Here are a few optional sections that you might want to add at the end of your resume. Number 1, volunteer work. If you're actively volunteering your time somewhere, I would list that on your resume, especially if you're targeting mission-driven or nonprofit organizations. List where you volunteer and the dates served, the title that you hold if you have one, and a quick sentence about the nature of the organization or your work there. If you hold a board of directors position, even if it's a volunteer role, you might want to put this under its own section, especially if you're targeting executive roles. This way, it will be prominent. Next, technical skills. You've included a key skills section earlier in your resume, but this is for general strengths like UX design, project management, and client relations. Now, if you're in a field that typically requires knowledge of specific software platforms, tools, or programming languages, you're going to be wise to set up a technical skills section that outlines these specific capabilities. You could also list honors and awards if you've been formally recognized for your achievements in recent years, military service, or early career experience, or even personal interests. For personal interests, ideally you want to share things that are relevant to your candidacy, at least in an ancillary way. Like if you're applying for a job with Nike, it might be relevant to list that you're a marathon runner or that you coach youth basketball. Now for interests, be sure and avoid listing anything polarizing, controversial, or that may raise a red flag among decision makers. Your resume should entice the reader, not create concern. There are plenty of additional sections you can add to your resume. Just make sure you're strategic and selective about any extras. And always remember, this is a marketing tool, not your autobiography.